Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone who viewed my final year project presentation 1. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nabilah binti Mohd with metric number CN190209 under supervision Dr. Nohazrin binti Abdul Hamid. Today, I will be presenting on my thesis topic, which is a study on the characterization of Neolamarckia CADAMBA nanocellulose filter paper to remove methyl orange. I'm going to present the overview of the project, what has been accomplished so far, and further information of the study. These are the flow of the presentation, contain introduction to the study, literature review, and methodology phases. Several industries uses dyes to color their products, while residual unspent dyes are settled into the rivers and other bodies of water. Most of these dyes escape standard wastewater treatment methods and end up in the environment, commonly polluting lakes, rivers, and holding ponds, and destroying aquatic plants and animals that survive there. Due to this, with a new method to remove the color efficiently, it may damage a huge quantity of water because of a small of dye. Cellulose is a structure to remove dyes in water. Cellulose is the main structure in plant walls, that the most plentiful natural resource on earth. The use of unmodified cellulose in an industrial scale for wastewater treatment is often impracticable due to its high production cost and restricted application. The problems with separating adsorbent from treated effluents and applying them to a continuous flow system not only consumes a huge number of operations but also limit its industrial application. The textile sector is one of Malaysia's fastest expanding industries. However, this business consumes a lot of water and as a result produces a lot of effluent with a lot of impurities. The textile industry is known to be the worst offender of pollution contributors, as it uses more than thousands types of chemicals and over thousands types of dyes to release the dyes into the surrounding during the dyeing and finishing operation of textile. Fibers in major source of water pollution. Water pollution is caused by wastewater from industrial or chemical process in industry. The main objective of this study is to remove synthetic dyes from textile industry wastewater. This research aim is to focus on the preparation of nanocellulose filter paper from Malaysian renewable forest resources, which can be applied to remove synthetic dyes. Methyl orange as a model pollutant that have been used in textile industry. The second objective is to determine the potential cellulose-based nanomaterial, which is Agacia mangium and Neolamarckia CADAMBA, along with their function and suitability of porosity to remove methyl orange dye as a dye pollutant, as we use wood chips from Neolamarckia CADAMBA as CNF filter paper. Cellulose is a molecule consisting of hundreds and sometimes even thousands of carbons, hydrogen and oxygen atoms. Cellulose is the main substance in the walls of plant cells, helping plants to remain stiff and upright. For nanocellulose, it could be cellulose nanocrystal CNC or NCC, cellulose nanofiber CNF, also known as nanofabricated cellulose NFC, or bacterial nanocellulose, which refer to bacteria produce nanostructured cellulose. Nanocellulose made from wood cellulose possesses unique and promising qualities derived from the properties of natural woods. Cellulose microfibrils such as high crystallinity, aspect ratio yang modular, and tensile strength. Chemical and physical procedures are used to separate the various dye removal techniques. These are some of the chemical treatments that have resulted from new approaches. Is advanced oxidation, which has potential advantage in terms of removing and efficiently removing all dyes types while using less chemical reagent, but it has a high manufacturing cost and is economically unsustainable. Physical treatment is the most widely used and extensive treatment method in the world. Most of the treatments have been shown to efficiently treat and eliminate dye pollution without causing dangerous secondary byproducts. Agacia mangium and Neolamarckia CADAMBA are being used as starting materials in cooperation with the Forest Institute Malaysia, FRIM, to extract cellulose nanofibrils CNF. These two plant species chosen have been planted and they are available in Malaysia Malaysia as in plantation forests. Agacia mangium, according to the Forest Department of Peninsular Malaysia, this species can reach a height of 30 meter. Its commonly applications include production and cabinet, door framing, molding wool, light construction, and pulp of paper. Agacia mangium can used to make furniture, cabinet, woods, and other. It is also utilized in the pulp and paper industries, which has a good pulp characteristic, and it is produced paper with good optical, physical, and surface. While Neolamarckia CADAMBA, this species is light wood that can be used for pulp and modest construction project. It offers a lot of potential as a long-term material for wood-based industry in Malaysia. Neolamarckia CADAMBA is an excellent source of cellulose fibers for the papermaking industries. Methyl orange is chosen as a model pollutant in the study due to its synthetic azo dyes characteristic and one of the important dyes which is commercially used as coloring agent in textile and leather industry. Methyl orange is chosen as a model dye in this study because it is mutagenic, high soluble in aqueous solution, and persistent once discharged into the natural environment. MO is primarily found in wastewater discharge by textile, paper, printing, and leather industries, among others. This is the flowchart of design experimental planning for PSM1 and PSM2. For PSM1, only work on the research is done until the step of preparation of CNF filter paper. For lab testing will be continued for PSM2 until finish. For characterization methods of CNF filter paper will be using two equipment, which is FTIR and zeta potential. FTIR analysis will be used to determine the presence of functional groups in nanocellulose filter paper before and after adsorption of MO dye solution. The zeta potential determination of nanocrystal is an important characterization approach for estimating the surface charge that may be used to better understand the physical stability of nanosuspensions. For the experimental setup analysis, the cross-flow filtration system will be used throughout the study. Cross-flow filtration is when the flow is applied across the membrane surface. As feed flows across the membrane surface, filtrate will pass through while concentrate accumulates at the opposite and the end of the membrane. The using of cross-flow filtration system as being shown in figure above will be implemented throughout the study for the batch adsorption performance. To start this section, cellulose, nanofibril, CNF filter paper will be undergo permeability test before undergo methyl orange dye and industrial wastewater solution treatment. For experimental setup, after we tested using crosswater filter system and permeability test for CNF filter paper, the next stage involves using a clean water matrix. The cellulose dosage that will meet the condition of achieving good and maximum color removal will be chosen as the optimum cellulose dosage. All tests will be repeated twice with the average result provided. In this section, there is two analyses which will be undergone by the clean water matrix. The analytical method which will be involved are the normalized flux analysis and decoloration efficiency. Normalized flux values of the analysis of membrane is a function to investigate the CNF filter paper falling behavior during the reaction in the cross-flow filtration system by using equation above. The values will be determined by plotting a graph of normalized flux again operating time. J is the instantaneous permeate flux, and the other one is the initial pure water permeate flux. Both of the clean water matrix and wastewater solution will be collected from the cross water filtration system, permeate tank, and monitored with a UV VIS spectrometer DR6000. Equation below will be used to obtain the equilibrium percentage of color removal and adsorption. That's all from me for progress for PSM1. Thank you.